Guess I missed it by a couple seconds. Started about a minute late. Generating a car report. I want to show you guys how to do that, but I realized that the stream was had already been starting. So here we are on Simulator Sundays. We're in Porphyry, and that's why I was generating the car report. I didn't realize that there were a bunch of cars there that I couldn't even pick up. I was gonna, break these apart that they didn't need to be because I already delivered the 71s. These are the 141s here. And so this is more of a local job now rather than yard work. So it is the first weekend of March. Well, the second weekend, we count the first, but it's 8th of March right now. Temperature here in SoCal is 92 degrees in Inland Empire. Currently, Porphyry is in Riverside County. It's just right on the border into Riverside from Orange County, where Disneyland is. So if we look it on the map here, so this is satellite Google Maps zoomed in, and this is Corona, California, where it's at. So Riverside is over here, and then Orange County is over here, Anaheim. And Porphyry is right here underneath the 15 and the 91 highways, right in this little circle. This is the Corona Chaos or Corona Crunch. It's basically every day people don't know how to merge the 477 lanes going each direction. People don't know how to come off the 15 and merge on, so Corona Crawl is another name for it. So people going to Orange County, or people coming in Inland Empire, or people going, all over the place, they get hung up in here. And right underneath it is our yard, Porphyry, right here. So there are cars over here at TRM. I don't know what they do. Do something, manufacture something. So that's like legit. TRM is right over here. So that's it. I don't know about Republican Bag Company. I was looking for that, but I didn't see it on the map. So, yeah, so what I was going to do is going to come pick these up, but these aren't processed. And so I was generating a car report to see, how to, or what we can pick up. Let me add a source here and see if I can. I don't even know how I can add it as a source. It's not a browser. Might be. Let's see. It's an Excel. See if it lets me do it real quick. Yeah, that's just a browser source URL. I don't want that, so let's get rid of that. Let me remove that one. So I got to see if I can add a application audio. Let's see, I could do a display capture, but I don't want to do that. Not a media source. Would it be text? No. Yeah, I don't know. Anyways, to do a car report, by the way, I gotta figure out how to do a PDF or something. So anyways, we wanted to. Oh, can I open it? And I wonder if I can open it in Firefox. That'd be different. File. The copy path. You've chosen to open. You do. Other? Yeah. Nope. You see. Other. See if I can open it real quick here in Firefox. Alright, let's just see if it opens. Nope, don't like it. Oh, why? I don't know why it won't open, but that's okay. I'll figure that out. But to actually generate a car file, so car report. So I am running the RCal 0141 here out of this yard right now. Also the 171. So if we want to see while I'm here at the yard, okay, what can I go pick up? You do Control L on the keyboard. That brings up your industry list. You see right here it says generate car report. You do that, that will export the entire SoCal region or whatever region you're playing on into that region's directory. So in my case, it'll be Southern California, SoCal. And it will put all this in a CSV file, comma, separated value, which you can open in Excel. And then you can put in filters and manipulate it. But for our case here now, if we just want to look here, if we're looking at the 141, cars that are ready, it says right there are 0. But it tells you where all the cars are in the industries now and their status, they're loaded or empty. But these are the cars that are actually at the industry. If I look here and see 141, that's what I did already. So 171, which is the other one. I dropped off some. So I have 4 cars ready, and that's these tankers here. And it tells you where they're going, too. So, you know, if you're like planning ahead of time, this is quite handy if you've never done it. For example, like when we do La Mirada, which we may go because, again, there's nothing to do here right now. I thought there was, but so Chris, our former yard master from Barstow, came in last night and moved everything around, worked it all night. I guess he was bored. I mean, you know, he's overseas, so different time zones, but he worked everything. So if I look at La Mirada, there's 1 car ready in 61. No cars ready in 71. So he worked all these. 1 car ready in 81, and 111 has nothing. So and then I can look at LA, you know, the normal job, not the normal, but one of the jobs that we do often. So we'll look at the, this is no, that's not Malabar. Oh, 0112 is. I don't know where 113 is. Oh, it's Hobart. I didn't know it was 113. Those are ready. We can build trains there. I didn't know 113 was that. Cool. 0122, that's the other Malabar. We can look at, I know there's stuff to do in San Bernardino. We can always go there. And that would be the, what do we call that one? I know it's San Bernardino, but it's the auto racks. 320. I don't even know what those ones are. So that's going to show you the ramps for intermodal yard. What do we call? Let's see. SBA. There we go. So this is the West Colton auto rack, San Bernardino, West Colton, and these are all ready to come out. So, you know, this is serialist yard. A lot of people run that. So you can see before you even go there, here's TRC. You can run all these and see what's ready to pick up before you go there. I'm going to go ahead and look at 3351, which is the A yard, because over in LAJ, there's stuff to do there. This is the C yard, 2281. And then 71 is simply the LA West, which has already been done as well. So, yeah, I moved some stuff around here and Porphyry earlier today and figured I'd just be able to come do it, but it ain't ready yet. I got a hiccup there, so let me turn off the lights, and I'm going to relinquish these guys since there's nothing to do here. And then we're gonna head over to LA. Let's go to the map. Right after Barstow is LA. And I just zoomed in by hitting tab. We'll have to change the title of this to J yard work. Here's the LAJ yard. Cars are still going to spawn in, but we got 3351 stuff to do here. So We can actually run that local now. I do have the map up for from the Depot Plus or Depot, and if we go to, that's the C yard, we're going to come here, click that, and this is the AB yard. We can see where the industries are as we need them. Well, let me go back there. Also, I have, this was the Porphyry local, but because we're not doing that, we can come up here. You see, it's I sorted it by local so we can see where it's at. And LA, let's go to L. Should be, is it ATSF? See. By the, I have it right now by the local number, so it's going to be Y. So here's 2271. That's just at the end here across the street. We're doing a 3351, so if we just click on one of these, that's going to isolate this local for us, and here's all the stuff in that local. So this is what we're going to end up doing instead of Porphyry, which got a lot of power here. Isn't going to be, doesn't need to be done right now, so we're going to run this. We will start with this as the main. So let's get everything started up. Trying to get all these things off the screen here. If I can get a, there we go. If I get a better screenshot so I can update it afterwards. There's our screenshot there. So this is where we're going to run here. Check to make sure everything on our locomotive is good. Take off the handbrakes. It's just wanting to click the train behind us. Okay, we're connected. These should be closed. Turn on our lights. Check our horn. Broken, perfect. Our slow bell. Now I'll put on my put on the tags too so we can see them, but I wanted to get that screenshot. So let's okay, what's going on here? I took the handbrakes off already. I guess I didn't. All right, now we're in motion. There we go. All right, I got my map up the way that I like it. And rum. Yeah, I suppose I'll change the, you know, the heading and title and all that of this thing. Trying to get I'm trying to get my monitor going here. Well, I always put the header up above this information here. That way when I'm sorting cars, I you know, I'm not crashing into them too fast. I use a rail driver. The rail driver does indicate speed on it, but I like to look up and then verify that I'm not, you know, crushing them too hard right here. So I think we have 2 cuts we need to sort through. Just 2 cuts. There's nothing here to pick up. So we're gonna go down here and set our switches. Run all the way down here. We don't need to go over to the C yard, so we'll be delivering locals down here. I'll need to get that switch, but we'll do that as I approach it. I can't change the names of those because I have these locomotives here. Change them all to X. Let's see. According to the tags, so we have HMM here on this side. There's a couple that go different ways, so take a look at that. I'm gonna bring up my map. I'm gonna put it up, and if I ever forget to leave, if I always leave it up, you know, I'll say, "Hey, you left your map up, dummy." I'll take it down. So triple S. So I got Z. This guy in the very end. I have to push those over there, but everything else, with the exception of this DSW here, DCS, those are all going to be, or we can drag them, shove them in. And so those are the only 2 that I see, DSW and DCS. And the ZGC, those are the only ones that I can't go the direction that I'm going now. So those ZGCs here, as you see, we're going to leave that one. Going to end up leaving them here so we can get maybe on the other end, or put them on the end and take them where we're going and leave them over there, because this thing is pretty mixed up. So BLW, I see where that's at. Okay, so I'm gonna grab this first cut. We're just gonna take that and deal with that as we need to. So I'm gonna drop the map now. I have it open for reference on mine. So we're going to call this, we'll end up renaming this stream to, this is the Y-VRN3351 yard work and local. Because, I mean, it's local work, but that doesn't matter. Same thing. A lot of times the locals, you're pulling everything out of the yard and then moving them on. We're kind of doing everything at the same time. But we're not, I'm not sorting these in the yard. If they were more messed up, I would. Like different locals. It's all the same local. Just gonna deal with it. All right, my angle cock here is closed. This one is open. These are not bled, so I'm gonna hit, I'm gonna uncheck this car because I want them all to bleed. And I gotta click on the middle of the screen because I didn't like the fact. Not getting any indication that I normally get. I don't know what's going on. Let me relinquish the strain. Oh, you know what? Because I turned that off, I took a screenshot. Okay, so see the brake pipe coming down. I've bled all these guys out now by hitting Control F7. Now that's open for some reason. I'm gonna hit F7, I'm gonna charge everything up, I'm gonna close this, and I'm gonna do it again. So now I should not be PCS'd in emergency because I closed that. Because when I didn't see it moving, doing anything, I So my mouse, if I push my mouse a little bit off the screen or onto the next, because I have 2 screens, I push it over there. My rail driver, the buttons don't work. You know, they'll work once and then they don't. So I got to keep clicking in the middle of the screen and moving around. So pretty crazy. All right, I'm going to turn on the gauge lights as always do in the machine that I'm operating. I don't need to have DCS on. We'll go ahead and launch our normal Bean Sniff UP Metrolink mainline stream. We turn it up a little bit, about 48%. See where we're at. 45%, not 38%. It's better. All right. I think we're ready to go. We got handbrakes off, handbrake lights off. The PCS is off. And suppose if you wanted to listen to BNSF, Bean Sniff, I wanted to go to BNSF Radio 3615. So we'll just go to channel 36. We don't need a DTMF tone anything because we're not asking dispatch for anything. But we'll put it on there and see what we get here on the sounds as far as the stream provided by railroadradio.net, Orange City. All right, I'm going to go into notch 1. I don't know is what's in the rear. Look at the last one so we can make our plan of attack. So we have triple S, ATH. I'm gonna look at mine. Triple S is way down there. ATH is like right here. So I mean, I am gonna sort them here in the yard. I'm gonna do a quick sort just so I can get stuff somewhat together. Looking here, so they are loose right now. So here's a triple S in the back. I'm gonna grab that one too. And you have this tanker, these couple tankers here. This can go with us to Z. And what I'll do is I'm gonna get those off here right now. I'm gonna send them so that they're at the very end. So I ZGC, and then I have the DCS if there's any here. I haven't seen them. I haven't been looking for them, but the 2D, so DCS DSW. We'll see if we can find any of those, and then we're gonna put them in a position where we can kick them. Put a single handbrake on here to prevent it from rolling while we back up, release the pressure.
Oh, yeah.
Looking back at the map, I'm looking for PWC. Okay, so those are going with these triple S's. So we'll get these triple S's and then grab those tankers next. I'm just going to use one track over. I don't need the whole thing. Nothing crazy here.
All right.
This yard's very flat, so it'll be kind of nice to for kicking purposes, as long as your brakes are off. So the other triple S is at the very end of the cut we're working, so. Oh no, there's one right there. That's weird. All right, let's go look at the very end, because I think there's one on the end too. Yep. Okay, one on the end and one here. Oh, yeah, we're working this cut. So I said DCS, DSW are the two. The DSWs are here. I haven't seen DCS yet. Oh, there they are, right next to DSWs. Okay. We'll let it go about halfway here. Give ourselves some room. Put a couple handbrakes on it, bring it to a stop. What's up, Ed? Been a while. Hope you're doing well. I'll bring up this map again. So Z GCs are the ones we just kicked off. Watch my how fast I'm coming back here. Came to a dead stop there.
All clear, all clear.
So if we look, we see that the BLM, Triple S, and PWC are the ones that we want to go all the way down. Going to go all the way down and put those in. So you can have them in the, basically where the train, you know, the against the power units. And then what I'm dealing with right now is that HMM and CBA. So those are going together. EAP and PF and this PBF if there's any over there. But we know that these CBAs here, these HMMs are going to the same general location.
Clear, go spin.
I just had some chicken. Some chicken and some beef roast. But I didn't have tacos or avocado. The PBF is one of them. This guy. This is where we're doing this light sort right here. But what I'm trying to build is on the map. On the map, I want to do it so that the stuff at the end is against the power, because that'll be the last stuff that comes off. So again, Triple S is on the very end here.
All right, first one, yeah.
Pull this whole thing forward, but you know I'm gonna wait till we get further back.
Okay, watch the signaler.
So I'm gonna focus right now on doing probably this section here. DKS, FSS, FCS, wall at, you know, those ones there. And got over here. Pig train. I set some up earlier. Oh, they're already processed. Look at that. It's like 4 hours here. These guys work fast over in Hobart. So I got that first ramp probably won't process because it's set for the one that I don't use anymore, which goes to Bakersfield. Because I mean it's an inner yard transfer. I don't really use it anymore. Nobody ever drives it. So all right, back when I want again, it doesn't matter the order, but Triple S, BLW, and PWC. Room that I have on this track. I want Triple S. I guess I am pulling the whole thing. So let's go over here. I really want this runner, this lead here. Everything's going to come off of it. Make sure all the switches are lined up. This one's good. This one's not. My goal is by the time I get down here, you know, this last track, we can back in there. And not too much room is taken. All right, I got the air brakes on for some reason. Must have hit them with my hands. All right, so anything that is CFR, MOR, BSF, TCS, ACK, the second one. I think there's two of them. I'm gonna go down this track over here. The CBAs, this is in my second cut. So I'm gonna plan on, I have the room. Do I have the room?
That's right, that's right.
Could be. Yeah, we'll let it roll back a little bit. All right, so come back here, take the pressure off.
Copy that. Bottom view coming down.
I don't want this to roll. So I'm going to use this track here for
westbound, spot 3, A2.
I mean, even HMM isn't coming with. See if we have any more of those, because I don't want to send. I mean, it doesn't matter. I could see if there's any other ones down here. The HMMs. Nope, not on that cut. That's the triple S that we want. All right, so the HMMs are not there. Stand on the ground so I can manipulate the switch. We're going to send CBA and HMM down
That's all it is, man. Just
to that first track here.
Just a walk in the park.
No hazmat, no frag.
You can throw that tape measure down.
that I'm aware of. Get a chance to connect it, so that's 10. I'm good there, so I'm gonna cut that loose. So let's see, that's HMM. Oh, PBF. That's some of them. PBA, HMM. I need EAP and PBF to go down with those. I'm gonna go down a little bit so I have room. I got more cars coming. The PWCs we want. I'm gonna go ahead and put a handbrake on here to slow them down. PWCs are going to be coming with. And they're pretty much, if you look here, they're in the back. So it's cool if I cut them off first.
All right,
Right behind them are PIE. That's going to be in the, essentially the first cut. It looks like PIE is going to be that first box car. Put a handbrake on here. Got that loose. Let's get out of here. We're going to move these tankers over one. These are hazmat, so I'm not going to move them over one, by the way. I'm going to have to move them over two. So these are hazmat, they're corrosive, so I'm not going to kick them. Not these ones specifically. I'll use my distance counter as well. I'll do it right here where it straightens up and go. Got like basically 450 feet of cars. That does count the 2 power units. So got 200 feet, and then that's what the power unit was, right where I started the counter. Right about there. I want to give myself another couple hundred feet. Ah, that's the wrong button. I hit the insta brake, the parking brake.
8199 over.
Meant to go up so I can do, you know, 200 feet or so, 300 feet.
Told us it's already. They said that's good to take you guys on arrival over.
All right, this is about 200 feet. We're gonna bring her to a nice, smooth stop. Using dynamic braking. Now locomotive brakes. Yeah, I mean shouldn't have too many cars. Put 2 handbrakes on this one. We're gonna kick some other cars here anyways. Come on back a bit. Alright. BNSF 6508, proceed past the switch. Here. Well, you said pi is the first cut. That's where we put these down here, I believe, right? No, that was second cut. Second cut, first cut can stay kind of where they're at.
177.4. Track 1, no defects. Repeat, no defects. Total axle 28. Speed 74. Out.
Nothing on them, so I'll just use locomotive brakes here. So that pie cut we just threw there, that's going to be our last and final. So that when we pick them up, we'll pick up those, and we'll pick up the next set, which are the ones over here on this track. It's track 1. And then what we're sorting now. And if there's any that go down here, you know, separate those as well. So we're doing like 4 industry cuts. Brakes coming off, so this is going to be staying on this track as well as DSW, but we want to sort the other ones off of them, so we're just grab this. Where's my where am I? They're going too fast. So pi DSW, check. Oh no, DSW are going backwards, so we have to pull these DSWs and DCS because they're going the other way. They're the only ones that go the other way. So if we cut to here, then we'll be able to get those off and move those over Those ones are going over one track. So let's do that now. I marked the car, so I did, and I just clicked off of it. Whoops. The wall's gonna stay with this cut here. DSW's moving over. DCS is the last one in this cut. There's two of them here, right before the BLW. BLW, we're taking BLW.
All right, so you want the signal
The BLW, Triple S.
out at Esperanza, or did you say that you...
So we're gonna grab the BLWs as well.
Well, not the 606 yet, but I do want the big Esperanza to come out of
One, let's see, is this one? Nope. One, two,
Okay.
three,
But where do
four.
you plan
About
on
4 of them.
performing a 6.6 between Atwood and Esperanza?
That is correct.
Here comes the second blue box car here. Should be the last.
Okay, so you've no indication.
So we want this one to stay. This is the one we want. Want these three. I'm gonna move those over a couple. We're getting close to the end here, so the Triple S is gonna go with this one, and we're gonna move those two. But ATH is gonna stay on this one, so no reason to do too many moves.
There, you want? All right, here we go.
And this is going to be, we have to get these DCSs out of here too. So it's a 2 move. Let's actually count them forward and backwards. 4 moves. Should have everything separated on the cut that we currently have. So these are not hazmat, so I can kick these into hazmat and just watch the speed at which they're going to couple. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 is okay to kick, so they are bled. I want to get, I don't have to go too far. I'm going to go ahead and open the coupler now and cut it right here at about 8.5. They cut about 7.5 by the time they came off. So they're going to slow down a little bit because the yard is flat. So that's a good speed right there. I like that speed. It's about 6. Now I'm going to connect this DCS. What happened here? Yeah, DCS is coming to this first one here because they're going the wrong way. Oh, I'm sorry. Nope, nope. Nope, that's not them. The wrong way ones are the one right next to them where these tankers are. Oh. All this button pushing. So the wrong way ones are going on this aisle here, and those are already coupled, so they're good. So we got 2 DCSs. And then a couple ahead of them are that one, I believe it's 2 DSWs. Okay, DCS, DSW. Verifying on my map. If we look here, let's see, I got DCS wrong way from everything else. And then DSW is right here above the Charles one. So these two are in the opposite direction of everything else from here, from wall and all the other ones. So our switch is set, that one there, which will send it down there. Go ahead and do it. I select the one on the power side, by the way, too, because multiplayer, that seems to be the one that catches the most often. So I'm at 7 now. I'm going to cut it right here at 8 and slow down a little bit as you see, and then it kicks about 5 or so. Going into hazmat, so I didn't want to push it real good. Get a notch or two going. Don't want to collide with those guys. Off the switch, so now we're going to connect back here. And I mean, ATH is going with wall, so it's going to end up staying on that same cut as it is now. But I do have to get the DSWs off, so I'm going to grab ATH and the triple S. I'll put the triple S together. .9. Let's slow her down just a tad bit. Right there, around the 3 mile an hour mark is what I like. 2.5 is even better. Okay, let's pull it forward, and we'll get the triple S off now. Right through this switch here. That last one. By doing it this way, so this is the last of the cut that we're looking for on what our third string, if you will, is going to be. But by getting these together now, we can go the furthest where these BLW cars are and just kick, come over a track, kick, come over a track, kick kind of thing. So we're just going to back up and grab this other last triple S here. Watching our speed at the very top there. So 3.5. Go ahead and connect those airlines just so we're not dragging them. These ones are off because the server restarted. Bring it back to, let's see, put a parking brake on here, as already is. Take the parking brake off that one. So let's come on back and take the pressure off the coupler. Okay, like it. Triple S, next one off. And we can ride all the way, we'll ride the car all the way to the end here. Going to this cut. Got 3 going to this cut with the BLWs. So look right here. Last cut, BLW, PC, BWC, BLW. Say that a bunch of times. Triple S. That's perfect. Next track over, we have the ZGCs, and then the other DCS, DSW that are backwards on that map as well. Things are not lining out nice. The ones I have on the train right now, after we get that one off, we'll put it right back where we got it from. A little too far. A little further than I normally do. So this is triple S is coming off. Warn everybody that they're coming backwards. You don't really need to get too fast. I'm going to cut it now, and then when I hit the brake, slowly go back, and before my switch, Okay, so that's gonna go just lovely. I'm gonna set this switch for the ones that can go back where they just came from, or the ATHs and the WALs before we get to the one that we have to pull out. So everything else is lined up for that. Keep a nice speed. The cars are gonna accordion away from each other right now. Remember, DSW are the ones, these grains are the ones that I'm looking to keep with me. So we're about, they need to go further back, so I'm about 10, 11 now. We'll get those going. And I have, let's see, DSW, that's the last of these ones that are going here.
That sounds good. Hey, how many hours in Barstow?
Get ready to hit the parking brake on this.
Hopefully we do the same thing. Alright, see you on the way back.
Okay, I'm good there. I don't need that anymore. I have this pie, and the pie is, yes, going with first cut. Okay, so the sort of that first track is done. So that's complete. We may have a few more that need to go here. Some more, well, actually no more will go here because there's nothing else backwards. Now we're gonna come get this and finalize the sort on this guy.
That's correct. On main one, over.
That's correct.
See, the first one is WOS.
That's the negative one.
So what all comes with the base game of this? I'll show you in just a second after, so I don't crash my train. I know you like doing Flight Simulator. This is physics-wise, this is the best physics train simulator there is, just like, you know, Flight Simulator, the other one, X-Plane. So I have all the routes. I have nearly all the locomotives and all the, you know, a lot of money if you try to spend it all at once, which you don't need to do. So again, these are the maps. Let me hit tab. So each one of these is its own, and this is only Southern California. It's not completed yet either. Doesn't go to San Diego, Orange County, but it's most of Los Angeles, into, you know, some of Orange County through Fullerton on BNSF side. And it goes into Riverside, and it goes all the way to Arizona. So, base game, you get the Barstow Yard as part of SoCal, and then you get the Mojave Sub. So the Mojave Sub from Barstow takes you through the Palmdale Cutoff, which then connects to the Cajon Sub. You get Yermo, and then basically right here where it says BNSF to Sanborn. So Sanborn comes over here, Hinkley, so this goes to Barstow. Basically the Barstow Yard connects to this here. You get all the way through the Mojave Yard, which is UP territory, Tehachapi, so you get Tehachapi Curve, and then it goes all the way up to Bakersfield. You get Barstow to Bakersfield with the base. And this is what is currently the latest version of Run 8, which is version 3. There's a rumor coming out of version 4. I don't know when that is. I bought this when they came out 3 because I didn't want to buy 2 and then turn around and buy 3. So If you go from Bakersfield to Barstow, you're talking about 2.5, maybe 3 hours if you hit no signals. All these signals on here, these are all control point signals. These aren't the intermediates. These are the actual control points. In single player, you can control all that. We're in a multiplayer server right now, so we use the automated dispatcher known as Auto that controls all these trains that are driving around. As you expand, if you want to get the Cajon sub next to connect down into like Orange, into San Bernardino County, Riverside County, so forth, then that'll let you drive from Barstow. You don't need to have all these subs together unless you want to drive between them. So you can go from Barstow, or I can go from Barstow all the way to the San Bernardino yard, which is here, which is intermodal yard on the BNSF side. Or I can come down, and it doesn't matter which way I go, but I can get to West Colton, which is the UP, yard, classification yard for UP. Barstow's classification yard for BNSF. West Colton is the classification yard for UP, Union Pacific, in Southern California. Then the one I'm playing on now is the San Bernardino sub. So that takes me from the Cajon sub, which is San Bernardino yard and West Colton yard. It gives me the UP Los Angeles area and the BNSF Los Angeles area. So it goes all the way, basically starts at the cutoff, the Long Beach, where it goes underground, called the corridor, and the Alameda corridor. And it starts from LA and it goes all the way. So basically, if I do it this way, this is what makes sense. So on your other train simulators, Train Sim World, you the graphics are much better off the tracks, right? So if you go this far away, it's all pretty and everything, but then it turns into nothing. Well, it turns into nothing here too. But the difference between the two, by the way, this is Hobart Yard. I can fly, away from it. This is UP. This is the LA. I don't remember which one it is. If I look at the map, it'll tell me. To East LA, 9th Street, I think. So CP Eastern. Basically, we connect to it right here. The LAC right here. So I can get to LAC if I go off this one. Let's see, no, Hobart comes off through here, San Pedro crossing, and we have to look up here for the other side of that. Not this. This map I've customized slightly too, so I can understand a little bit better, because I haven't played. Oh, it's right here. So this is the East LA yard, what we're looking at. UP East LA, intermodal yard right next to the BNSF intermodal yard. Now, the sim will load all these if they got the right tags on them. That one obviously has LAC and it needs to be a different one because how we have it configured right now. But from Hobart, so these are the yards that I'm in charge with here for BNSF. Amtrak's over there if you're interested in running Amtrak. But I have Malabar Yard over here. That might have been too fast. And then right here, that's UP stuff, but then my stuff's right here. So this is the LA West Yard. Now we're in LAJ yards, Los Angeles Junction Railway, former ATSF. So this is A, where I'm working right now. This is the B yard with all the industries. If you go across the way, there was UP back here too, UP River Yard. Then we have LAJ C yard coming up. This is Taco Bell is one of the industries over here. So we got stuff over here. And again, there's Hobart is right back here where we started from. We got the Commerce, fueling and repair yard. I don't have anything in there right now because nothing's broke. And then we have all these industries that come off these tracks that we're delivered to, like I'm doing now in the 1 yard. This is what you can't do on the other ones. Fly this far away from your train. Now, I can't get back in it by pushing a button, but well, these are all industry tracks. There's some UP intertwined with this BNS stuff. BNSF, the old Santa Fe.
All right, here, go ahead.
That's UP right there. It comes through. That's UP over there. It's one of their yards.
Right now. Give me a sec.
So see the mountains over there? We can actually fly to those. So we're still in Los Angeles County, coming up on the La Mirada yard. This is as fast as I can fly right here. I can teleport too. I don't have to do. If I click, I can teleport, but I'll demonstrate that when I go back. So this is La Mirada, which is on the cusp of Riverside or LA and Orange counties. That's 1 yard. This is the center yard, and then the east yard's coming up. There's La Mirada, and so there's a lot of industries in here. There's 4 locals that come off that, right off that yard. And we have the Fullerton Airport right here. It's a small little Cessna airport, kind of private pilot. As we come down, we're in Fullerton now. There's one of the sidings the ballpark siding that we put trains on. Apparently the engines are still running. Fullerton Amtrak Metrolink station. It cuts off. This goes to San Diego. It doesn't actually go all the way. It just ends. But there's industries over here. Got a train. One past. We're still in Fullerton, headed towards Anaheim. We're headed eastbound. Yeah, the mountains are getting closer. Well, we can fly all the way to those mountains, Big Bear and stuff. You've been here, you know this stuff. So we are in Anaheim, Santiago Canyon, backside of Anaheim. Well, the 91 runs over here. That goes through Anaheim Hills and all that. Like the Santa Ana River, it's not listed here, but it would be right here, kind of in where there is nothing. Big old Santa Ana River. It drains the mountains. And you see, we're in the hills now. You can't do this in Train Sim World. So that's why the graphics aren't spectacular. The train graphics are fine. The older version of the cars and stuff needs some work, but they're updating those. We got 2nd, 3rd, 4th generation cars. Plus, I have a lot of modded paint jobs on mine that's free. We're in Corona now, so now we're in Riverside County. We're just flying through. And you can't do this on the other train simulators. They're train games. This is a simulator. The other ones are games. So this is where we started the stream. Up here is Porphyry Yard.
Yes, sir. Correction. I'm going to need that 6 knots.
So we're flying at basically helicopter speed right now. We're doing about 140 knots. And I'm just following the BNSF main lines here. In Riverside now for sure. Oh yeah. Driving gets pretty, I don't like road trains. I like figuring out puzzles, and so that's what I'm explaining now is a puzzle that I'm figuring out.
I'm not going to do that. But
So,
if you want to clear
as you can see,
plants, I can get you a signal
we've gone
back
quite a ways already.
I mean,
If I want to hit
don't
the
know what you
map,
plan to accomplish here.
I can go to the edge here of the San Bernardino sub,
Signal back east. And then I can get you a backup
which
move
if you don't
between
have it, it would
Esperanza
just
and
end
Fredo
here.
Dam,
But this is the area that I live in.
I'm not getting you a backup move from Apple
And,
to Fredo Dam.
All right, we go ahead and do that then.
So we're coming into Colton up here. What's up, Giovanni? All right, so that's the old Colton West the old Colton yard, and here's the Colton yard. So this is UP's what do you call it? The classification yard. There's a hump right there in the middle. That's the hump right there, and then the receiving yard. So then we go back to LA there, or you leave West Colton from UP side, or BNSF and continue up the mountain. This is based in the late 1990s/early 2000s. So that goes towards the mountains up there, Cone Pass, and this is I-10. There's a flyover here now, so they do use this Colton crossover, but not as often. Doesn't stop traffic so much. BNS, we're definitely in Colton here. And then this is the edge. We're coming into San Bernardino. The San Bernardino yard is here. Services 2 locals. There's the Amtrak station, San Bernardino Amtrak / Metrolink would be behind it. And then this is the way to the Cajon Pass. It would follow the 215 highway up here. And towards the end of it is where the 15 would merge with it. It goes down to San Diego. And you can just keep going over the mountains by switch over, and we go up to Summit. This is Summit of the Cone Pass. That's the teleport that I did. But we just came from the other side of those mountains. I just teleported instead of flying because it takes forever. Because it's large map. So this one from LA to Barstow takes about 7 to 8 hours, depending on if you hit any signals.
BNSF San Bernardino dispatcher answering Hobart radio.
So then we're in Barstow now by teleporting. The Barstow yard looks familiar. If you've seen it before, very familiar. There's that bridge. They actually just replaced this bridge. There's a Del Taco right over there, the original. And there's the little museum. Amtrak's there right now. Barstow in the backside. Old Highway 58's over here.
All right. Watch for the signal.
This is coming, from Yermo and beyond. So this is the 15, and Fort Irwin's over that way. And you can keep going.
Thank you, BNSF.
Keep going. Here's the Needles sub. This takes about 5 hours to get over here to Seligman. Maybe, if you're lucky, because it's pretty steep. Then after Seligman, right now it ends in Winslow, Arizona. That's if you go from west to east. That's 3 DLCs. So San Bernardino, Cajon, base game, and then Seligman. It does, yep. That's the part that I like. So let me get back to where I was going. So we're going to go about 150 miles back where we just went. And I'm going to go right here. And we're back home. The train's got to load here. It's just going to take a second. But we got to remember where we left off. So this is Run 8. Run8studios.com is where you can get stuff. Make sure you save your like when you buy something, it gives you a key. I got a little document to record that. Yeah, now you sidetracked me. No, that's good. I mean, a lot of people most people here have this, and it's once you getting used to it takes a minute for a lot of people, but it's usually the keys that you have to use to control everything. We are trying to get our server, this server here I'm on Linux, and we use a bot to control the password. So that's right now the only hang up is that we're using an automation bot to store all the passwords, and everybody has a unique password that way, and then it has an expiration as well. So that bot is the only thing right now that's kind of holding us back. We are So WOS, that's what I was going to look at. So WOS, if you look at the map, WOS is at the end of the first cut. So that's gonna come down this track. I think that's what I was doing. Oh no, that's the one over is the first track. This is the second track. This is the CBA HMM, but WOS is basically WOS is right back here. Right there. All right. Back to the tags I can see. So that's going to go with this pie and wall. Looking at that to confirm it. So PBF, that guy's going over 1. Looking for where FCS is going right now. FCS. Oh, that's
42 West.
I suppose we can do FCS with the CBA because it's after. All right. This is where it gets interesting. When you look at the map.
Hey, so what I thought was going on is I thought
I've got two
jump on and get a ride.
Two industries that come off this lead right here. So I got CKS. So it's not doesn't actually look like this, but this is how they drew it. So we're like on A2 right now. We come off and we go to, this is the first cut. So before the first cut is CKS, then the first cut, then FSS, FCS, then the second cut. So we could put CKS with the first cut since we got to pass it. Put it on the very end of it would be the smartest thing.
That was no longer the plan between Atwood and Esperanza. What am I missing over?
Okay, so first one I got is WOS, and that's going to go in this first cut, which is 1 over from me right now, where pi is.
Why would you need that if the engineer's pulling the train west between Atwood and Esperanza? You know, I mean, that first crossing isn't until, what is it, Kellogg Drive at 39.2? Why would the engineer not be able to pull west there up to the crossing and then conductor jump off and then do the backup move to pick up the conductor?
Yeah.
Between the limits of Atwood.
When I got these things, I changed everything. So I used to have to do an overlay because back then Twitch didn't support it in order to YouTube. They don't support like my end screens though, so I can't embed videos like I used to at the end when it says, you know, thanks for watching. Click this video, click that. You can, but it doesn't line up right, or it doesn't let you do it. I don't remember what it was. Not quite the same thing. So I'm gonna hang on these FCSs. I have PBF that's coming off. That's going to go with the second cut. So I got GMI now. GMI is... Okay. That's staying where they're... Or that's going over 1. The GMI and WOS are at the end of the first cut. And the pie is going over there. Let's see. Who else we got? We got more walls. So I guess the walls are... Nope. The angle I'm looking at. Yeah, no, that's a wall. So that came... That was a transfer.
BNSF, San Bernardino dispatcher, BNSF 7042.
See a CFR coming up.
You guys are leaving me in the dark here. I don't know what's going on. Where is the conductor? What's your location over?
Disregard, sir. Our head is right now at 37.4, make 1.
CFR. I'm going to stop there because CFR is going to go that very first track down here.
Decided to walk up. Sounds good. Watch for the signal whenever you're ready.
Copy that. Looking for it.
All right. So I got ACK.
So we can
okay.
go ahead and disregard the backup move protection over.
That is correct. We can disregard the backup move protection.
I'm just going to move these over one, and I may have not enough track here to do everything I want to do. Most of the loads are going there to this first cut. Let's go look and see how much room I got behind. Got quite a bit. I think we'll be all right. Yeah, Vet, I'm using a rail driver as well. That's it's like when you do Flight Simulator, you use a yoke or a joystick. It has all the brake levers, so it's basically a lot easier to control these things rather than using keyboard commands. You know, num plus, num minus, insert, delete to change your reverser. I'm just throwing levers and brakes, and a lot easier to deal with. But, you know, it's like a yoke. It's not cheap. Or like a steering wheel ATS, you know. Makes it easier to control. Spacebar does the horn, as you just heard by accident. Or on the rail driver, an actual lever, tiny little lever. The coupling I want below 5, not over 6. I like doing it right about here, 3.5. Oh, you have one of them crazy keyboards where your hands sit inside of it. So let's see, GMI. I think everything was going here except for the triple S's. Where it gets even more fun is when you go to deliver them. Well, you have a limited amount of space too, you know, that you can put stuff in. Okay, so PBF is going to the second cut. So try to put a handbrake on here. Put one on to slow her down. Cut it right here. I'll put a handbrake on here too, and a third one. BBF second cut. Second cut is these. Yeah, it's all scientific, huh? All right, so PBF, I think FCS, we'll figure that out in a second. That's good. So PBF, looking at going there, and then FCS. That guy was kind of by himself. So I know what I can do with that one, because I kind of want those the very, very rear. I'll put him on this little guy here, this little thumper track. Got two, and let's see. That WS is going to go the ones I just did. My speed. it up to about 9, and then I'll cut it there at 9. Gotta go up just a little bit to get to past that switch, one switch. But I need to watch these so they don't go slamming into that thing there. Basically, the sort that I'm thinking about doing is putting these at the very rear of the train. It'll be easier to drop off. And then I'll do the first cut, and then that CKS that's coming up here. Alright, got 2 handbrakes on. Let's throw that.
BNSF 7411, go ahead.
So CFR, that was going there, but we're going to pull up just a little bit. We'll put this with GMI.
Alright, signal indication.
Up to about 5, 6. That might not be enough. Yeah, it'll be good. Don't want to have the locomotive hit that.
BNSF San Bernardino dispatcher answering over.
Okay, so I said CFR is going down this track here. What else we got? So ACK is also going down there. TCS. Looking for TCS right now. Okay, it's going down there. So it looks like Big Saver Foods is going there. So it looks like most of this is going down this first track. So I'm gonna put them down there towards that way. Then we'll start assembling, start delivering here. EAP. Okay, that's going in the first cut, so that's where I'm gonna pull those out. AQP, second cut, or first cut. EKS, that's that one I was talking about. I wanted kind of in the middle. Moore's the first cut. Or that separate one. EXR. All right. How much room I have? I still have plenty of room. Okay, so go ahead and move these over. I'm gonna move these over these 3 cars here. BKS, I'm tempted to put with the other 2. I at least got 3 coming off here. I need that KQP off as well.
Rail main 3, run.
EAP was going to the second cut, so we'll go to that. More. And this guy. Handbrake's coming off there, so I can move these down just a little bit.
Guys, 48 over.
Okay, that'll do right there. So I'm gonna put handbrake on this guy. That guy, that should hold him there. And back just a little bit, get this one out.
Caller, let's get moving on signal indication. Over.
I'm gonna put this CKS just right here on this track by itself. That's the guy that's gonna be in between the first and the second cut. Or no, that's the one that should be at the very, very end. That's the first one. But EAP is second cut. So that's gonna go here.
Hey, Martin. Yo, I don't know what you guys doing it, but you know that you're in the OS, right?
And then that second cut, that's that. Is this one the BLW? That's no, it's not going to BLW. Let me stop this one first. Let me fly, and so we're gonna find. That's the third cut, that triple S. The second cut is the HMM, so that will be this one here, right? Yeah, PBF HMM. That's where this one's going. Stand on the ground here. So that's going to be CKS. EAP is that second cut, but this one is the first cut.
Go ahead, over.
Just a little more forward to get past that switch. Hit that with more.
Go ahead, over.
All right, you try that on your other train simulator, your train game. Try and throw in that switch where I did.
Back into the river yard. Thank you.
River yard, that's right across from us right now. All right, so we got to get this one down that first, or that track that's right there. And I'm using this map to try to organize this. peopleserver.com. That's where you can find it. Should be good there. I'll cut that. Some brakes to get some separation. And then the rest of these, want to follow it somewhat because we're off the switch. These are all going to go down and around the corner here, so
48 over.
they're all going to get shoved in the way that they are, so.
Hey, go ahead. Big trip. We got one that's lined up going towards your ditch. They just passed.
Hit the sand button.
Below, I believe they're at like Moppo and 64. And then I can answer the Alpha over. Back out.
Give me an opportunity if I need to pull over there, get the other engines out over there. Handbrakes on, so this don't go nowhere. All right, now we're ready to, well, we gotta come back first. All right, now that we have everything sorted, not super sorted, it's just basically sorted by which set of tracks we're gonna go into. So, bringing up the map. If I'm here on A1 right now, it's actually A15 between there and there. So we're gonna come through this way like this. The first one will be CKS. We want that on the very, very back of the train. Then, so if we go ahead in reverse of how we want it, right? We want that on the very back. That second, third, fourth, and fifth. What's up, Baseman? So the first ones I want are this cut here with the triple S. That's the ones I want on the back of the power right now. So that's this one here. We're going to take these first. Yeah, it's this one here. Too far away to see the tags. They were hauling ass in the yard. Didn't quite make it. Too much brake. There we go. Standing on the ground. A multiplayer up, he's standing on the ground. So this is the very last cut. So that's the first one against the locomotive. Now we're doing everything in reverse to stack them up. Turn on our lights if it was nighttime, if we needed to see, ditch lights, whatever. So third cut, second cut, FCS, first cut, CKS. And no air in them either, because I don't want that. And then those ones that are backwards, we'll have to do it separate, because we need to go around to a different side of it. All right, handbrakes off. Let's go forward. So the next cut that we're going to get is the ones with CBA and HMM, and that's these over here. what I do when I go down these individuals, as you see here, I can cut the train where I want it and just take, you know, the stuff that we need. Well, actually, no, I can't because I'm putting them on reverse. Come on. Okay, now we're going to the next one, and we can ride the corrosive tanker back here. By the way, I'm using custom horns, so when you hear that one, it's broke. It's all messed up. It's fouled. Because that's the one I picked for this model. All of them have different, all the different models have different horns. It's not the, I mean, they're all, the skins have, there's a couple different skins per model too, so. Okay, so we have, these are the CBA, and then next we're gonna get that FCS card, those two right there. Lowering her down. Got handbrakes off, pull forward. Next we're gonna grab FCS. Now we're going to grab that single. No, we're going to grab the big cut and then a single. United Bill, I guess I got some sound on when somebody texts coming through Streamlabs. So the chat's working now. Kind of small. Trying to move the chat a little bit to be seen. Oh, that might work. Maybe it's a little bit bigger there. Just got sent on an EU train. All right, let's come back and get the one. Oh no, I didn't go far enough.
San Bernardino dispatcher, BNSF 7042 West, over.
7042 West,
Okay, hold on. Let me look at the map here. So, yeah, that's the
Okay,
CBA, then the FCS.
Can I get your
got FCS.
totals without power, over?
And then we're gonna get these guys, and then the last one. Okay, so we got to go more forward.
Yeah, we have 86 loads, 0 empties.
Oh wait, no.
Tonnage,
No. We're coming back to get that FCS. We didn't get them yet.
And footage 7709, over.
Was that
I swear, by the time I get all these lined up, it'll be time
That's
to
correct, without power, 7709.
recrew. I'll be out of hours.
All right, got it. Thank you.
Union's gonna make me go home. And we started in Porphyry 2 hours ago, and just under 2 hours ago. But we didn't do anything there. We just talked for a minute. And then we got the van ride over here to actually work this yard. I'm trying to figure out what you're saying. I'm going to send a NE with WC. Car going to Nebraska with EU. What is EU?
Uh, 48 over. Road on the west end.
Eugene, Oregon.
We gotta get you stacked right behind that auto.
So normally what I do, so I focus on the BNSF since I'm the yard master for BNSF. I don't do a lot of UP. Every time I do UP, I have to go and kind of look it up. But I look at the actual maps for UP, and so the way I would describe it, or the way that I would look at it from a BNSF standpoint, that's what I'm most familiar with, is I'm in Los Angeles. If I'm sending cars, some cars say they're going to CSX in Florida, they're going to go through Texas, so Alliance, right? Well, they're Alliance if it's an intermodal. If it's manifest, you know, where's the next classification yard? That's probably where I'd send it, would be the next classification yard that it would go to before it goes more north, more east kind of thing. So if you're sending stuff BNSF to Chicago, then to St. Louis, you know, send it a couple different places, New Mexico, and then it can grab other cars from there. You want to keep moving the metal down the tracks towards its destination, but you want to pick up and drop off as you do that. So Nebraska, Eugene, I don't know the trackage. It probably would go, you'd probably just send them up to, it's on my server, I run the Northwest server, so the hell is what's up there for UP? That's the, there's one in Reno, and then there's another one. It's on the tip of my tongue. I mean, we could always go to the depot server, go to maps, and Northern California, Roseville. That's what I was thinking. So RV, I'd probably send it to RV, and from there, RV would be able to handle it and then send it where you want it to from there. They used to, before they've expanded even more, we had a off map. I think it's not here. It might be under reference or downloads. Yeah, that's all. So there was an off map that you would download, and it told you like basically which direction it's kind of going, UP or BNSF. And I have it, just it's not on here right now where I got it. Yeah, I'd send it. Oh, you're sending it from Roseville. So you send it from Roseville, then it would go directly from Roseville to Oregon, but then it wouldn't come. So you're not going to go from north down to West Colton to go back up north. You know, that doesn't, it's a waste of fuel. So you would send it from there straight up. But also, Roseville isn't connected to Southern California right now, so you can't do that anyways. It'll just go off map. But you can send it anyway and it'll disappear. All right, we got our little... did I get the wrong one? This is just the last one. Got distracted there. I need this cut. I think. What is this? This is FCS. Let me go to my map here. FCS, and then I need this cut. No, you're fine. Be able to do multiple things at the same time. Sometimes I can. So I'm going to leave this guy here for now. I'm going to get this cut, and then I'm going to come back and get this one. If I went the right way. I did not. I mean, I do this stuff all the time, moving things around. So the whole reason I'm doing it is so that people that may not know how to do it specifically on the server, but just in general. Is this the yard that you're seeing in the real life video? But I don't know which real life video you're looking at. This is the LAJ-A and B yard for BNSF. Yeah, you took me all the way to almost, well, you took me to Barstow, bro. And we flew most of the way there. So that is off track. Can I ride this one back? Nah, some of the cars you can't ride on. Some of these reefers, there's a bug in them or something. You can't connect to it. Well, I'm not going to get this all this local delivered today, but we're going to get some of them dropped off. That's okay. Like I said, the union has rules, and we'll have to recruit. Yeah, where it all began. When I first started playing the multiplayer, is, you know, I started doing streams of this so that I could understand it, and as I was learning it, helping other people. And then I joined multiplayer. I applied to be a Depot Plus member, which is like the premium, you know, all the big wigs. I'm not a big wig, but I applied to be there, and I ended up getting. I'm a member, but the as I was waiting for that process to finalize, Mateo here had some videos saying, "Hey, I have a server. Come play on the server. I have a server. Come play on the server with us." I was like, "Oh, okay." So, you know, I joined here and
Okay, I had 2 trains talk to me.
working Barstow and
at Malabar, signal indication.
working all the different yards, and then started working down in LA and the Union Pacific stuff, helping the guy that, because he had a yard master for Barstow and a yard master for UP. And then there was a for West Colton. And then there was one guy that did like a yard in LA, and that was all the yard masters we had. I was asked, "Hey, would you like to help out?" And, or I said, "Hey, if you need any help, let me know." And they're like, "Yeah, well, you want to be the yard master for BNSF?" And I was like, "Oh, I don't really know the Los Angeles area." I was thinking like San Bernardino yard is pretty cool, 'cause I know that one, but it was a little intimidating at first, but then after a couple minutes, really is not difficult.
All right, thank you. Patrick.
Let me see where the front of the train is, because we don't want to go too far. So I'm going up here. I do have all my switches set, so basically I can't go any further than this industry here. Those backwards cars are going to go, but I have plenty of room. Just need to pass this switch. Get my last car. A lot of pressure on those couplers. Coming back. Well, I was. I'm smushing them right now. See all that coupler pressure. What are we at? 4,700 tons. We're 2,500 foot in length. Horsepower per ton is one. We have 1.4 horsepower for every ton. Is actually not bad for a local. One horsepower for every ton that we're pulling or pushing. Now Z trains that are the like Ferraris, F1, you know, racers. They usually have like, you know, 2.5 to all the way up to like 4, because they're the highest priority. Well, depending on how I deliver these, I could cut this and then take groups of cars. I didn't even think about it. I just kind of put everything together in a way that made sense at the time. All right. Yeah, I know. I hit the reverser before I was in neutral all the way. So, anyways, the last one here, going right here. And then whatever's behind them, well, they're going to go down into here. See the ones that are backwards? So this is how I'm going to do it. I don't have the time to deliver everything. So first, that's the first cut here, right there where these tracks are. First cut, second cut, third cut, right? So that was my thought process here. For the ones that are closest to the power here, the ones that are up against the engines, third cut. And right here is the second cut. So wherever the second cut starts, I'm going to cut it. I'm going to stop it. DLW, PWC, and the triple S's. That's the furthest one. I see an EAP coming. That'll be the first of the second cut.
They plan on release at Santa Fe Springs. They said they're stopped in a lot of traffic, so about 30 minutes, but we'll get them there. No problem.
Okay, so we're going to put a handbrake on many of these. All right, and this is white, not yellow, so that means we can pull forward. Oh, well, we went backwards. We didn't flick the reverser. Still open though, but we're good. Okay, so we're going to go to this cut here. We're shorting the train already. Left the door open. While we're not going to deliver these, we are going to set them up for delivery. There is nothing down here yet. Like, there's no cars. They've already been serviced, so there's no cars here. We're going to set up the next crew for success here. They're not lined up, so you can just simply go 1, 2, 3, 4 when you reverse them. You have to figure it out still. But they are cut for that, you know, that set of industries there. They're sorted for that. All right, let's throw this switch. We'll ride this one back. I'm going to start a distance counter as soon as I get clear of this main or the lead. Actually, I should just bend them all back so I'm not blocking that road, because I mean, tomorrow's Monday. People are going to come to work and the road's going to be blocked. Be all pissed off at BNSF. So I'll start a timer distance counter right here, and it's fine. Get on the front of this thing before I get my leg chewed off by that sign. So I'll put in the job post that the cars have been staged but not delivered. And then somebody can come over here and deliver these cars, and it'll take about an hour instead of, you know, the many that it took. Got the forklifts ready to go there. All right, are we blocking the road? I think so. Back up a little bit. Let's put on some handbrakes. We'll leave these here. These cars are staged, and then we'll go get the next cut.
What up, bro? Yeah, everything good, dog.
We have one car, should be this one, that there's an industry over here that it needs. It should be the FCS, 2 cars, add FCS. We'll deliver those. See how this is going? Pretty slick. Pretty slick if I don't say so myself. Put FCS on the wrong side. Oh no, we didn't. Oh, this is EAP, and okay. No, we did fine. They're going right here to the left. I need CBA, HMM, EAP, and PBF. You see the FCS cars coming up? Those are going to go right here. Right there. All right, handbrakes, handbrakes, handbrakes. Hello. I've got 2 cars to deliver here right behind me. About 6 there. Throw the brakes. Come off at about 5.5. We just got to go a little bit forward here. This has to clear that lead so we can get around it if we need to. which we will. Let's set this. That's clear. I'll put a handbrake on, which will slow that one down. Those two down. Now CBA, we're going to deliver those, or not deliver them, but we're going to stage them. Got to get past that road. It looks like all the switches are good. And it's a lot lighter, so it's easier to move around. Go stand on the road so that anybody driving on Sunday won't get smushed. Another road there. See how many we got? Oh, we got plenty. Or we have. CBA was that first one. Hell, let's. CBA. Let's deliver these real quick. This is an easy cut here. I mean, the other one's easy too, but got a couple minutes. No Cowboys coming on. You don't need to watch the Cowboys lose tonight, right? Okay, so let me get two CBAs coming off. Okay, that one's done. Go ahead and get rid of those. What's next? Triple S is on the other side. So I can't select these cars before I manipulate the switch. And then the processing of those has to be the dots there. You can see the first dot is here for that. But we'll stop that there. That's good. That's going to process. Triple S was right here somewhere. Or maybe it's in the back. I'm in the wrong spot. Let's see, what do we got next? Not Triple S, is that? I keep thinking it is. HMM is the next one. And I've got one for HMM. HMM. And on the ground. Get over here. Manipulate that switch. HMM coming off. Here we go. Okay, and then this one is PBF. I was looking at the wrong thing on the map. So PBF's in the very end. This one can have a handbrake. And then PBF. We got one for PBF, so we'll send that one all the way back. 8 miles an hour is good for me. Ah, dang, yeah, it did. Oops, the chat. Okay, now we're going the other way as this is going to park here. So there's that's a double there. Put a handbrake on there, and then the other one will get a handbrake now. Now we're headed back out. Don't have to, but we'll set this for when we come pick them up. So we can get that one in the back first if needed. So that That cut's done. Just getting pretty close here. And then we'll do the same thing here. There's many more here. We're not going to deliver. It goes pretty far back. So again, we'll just put in the job order that we staged them. But there is that CBQ or whatever it is that we will. A little hot there. Go to the rear of the train and see how far we got to go. We do have to go deliver this one here. That very CKS is what that's called. Oops, I'm going backwards. I want to go forward. L driver giving me everything she's got. Take a look down here. There's no streets except here. Actually down here, so we can stage these. First, we're gonna deliver this guy. KS, we only have one. And Walters, WALTHERS. That's where I got my rail driver, Walters. It was $200. $199, something like that, $195. I didn't really stop enough. And we just need to get this going enough. I'm happy with that. Doesn't have to go too far in there. It doesn't have a lot of cars. Just this one. Got to pass that switch and back them all in. Keep an eye on it because I did kick. It does have a ways to go. May not go that far, but I also don't want it rolling back out either. Okay, now we're just going backwards. Okay, that's in the processing lane there. Handbrake applied and get these past the road here. And right here, make sure nobody goes over the tracks. Train's coming backwards. Throw a flare out if we need to. Yeah, you can only put out so many so often. There. Now we got fusies out, flares. No crossings here. We're going to be fine.
Go ahead, over. Trespasser report when you're ready, over. It's going to be 173.4, 173.4, Hispanic male, olive pants, black tank top. Let me know if he's still in the area. Oh. 173.4, Latino, olive pants, black. All correct, thank you, here we go.
Alright, so we're going to put handbrakes here on the locomotives and turn them off. I wish I had a shutdown sound, but they do not. I'm also going to capture where I am as a world save because it'll capture all this 10-mile radius of where I'm at, LAJ-A. I put the year, the month and the year, so I know. And that's going to be it for this local. I will put in the job that I've staged everything, except for those. Basically have to push those back around, and then we're going to find something so we can go out on. I don't know. We have. Is this grain car? It's got some stuff on it. So let's see. Got a green light up here. There's a crossing. Here in a minute. We've got an X crossing, a double crossing. Let's see which kind of a crazy crossing, huh? We stand here by the this is La Mirada. The track is it on now? I think it's on this one. This doesn't matter if something goes the other way. See, those are closed for La Mirada, so we'll get the whistles and everything as it's coming by. Still a little further down there. Trying to get a good view, huh? Can't see the lights from there. Only can from here. There, we can stand here and watch it come in this way, and we're going to block the intersection, though, I bet. Let's turn all these things off, and tell you right now, thanks for watching. I'll be live on Twitch on Wednesday if you're interested in coming seeing some live sports, just like cartoon baseball. There it goes. So if if you want to come watch me, it's 5 p.m. West Coast. Twitch.tv/KungfuBeer. Otherwise, I'll be right back here next Sunday. Same time, 3 p.m. Daylight savings time today, as you know. So hopefully I can go to sleep tonight. Hopefully you can too. That's it for me. I'm done talking. After this train goes by, we'll end it. But thanks for joining me, and we'll see you next week, everyone. I hope you have a great week. Bye-bye.
Pablo, clear over.